Hello, my project is on celebrating SpaceX. So basically, in my project, we are going to go through the achievements of SpaceX and the journey that it has gone through to make these technological advancement and advancements in the space industry. So let's look at the launches first. So looking at this first dashboard, we can see that for SpaceX, most of their launches took place from Cape Canaveral Space Center, which is in Florida. Then coming at the number of launches, we can see that number of launches has been increasing since SpaceX induction in 2006, and 2020 saw a lot of launches despite it being a pandemic year, and 2021 definitely looks a lot more promising. Then coming to the times, we can see that most of the launches took place around 2 p.m. in the day. Here we can use this parameter to filter out the data for each specific rocket. So coming, we can see all the rocket launch vehicles and filter the data accordingly for each one of them. So next, we go from the launches to SpaceX performance. So coming at this dashboard, here we can see how SpaceX has been performing over the years. So here we can see that SpaceX has been focusing a lot on perfecting their reusability, which is landing their rockets and first stage boosters. So here we can see that SpaceX has almost perfected landing on the pads and on the ship. So here we can see that they have a lot of success rate when it comes to landing on the pads and landing on the ships. But the simultaneous landings where SpaceX attempts to land on ship as well as on the land has been challenging, and SpaceX has been learning a lot about it. Here we can see by looking at the launches that Falcon 9 booster, the Falcon 9 launch vehicle, has been most reliable with its high success rate. And then we can see the magic happening here at the maximum reused, where the maximum reused is 9, which means that one rocket booster has been used a maximum of 9 times. So that's something very nice about the reusability part. And SpaceX have totally landed 76 rockets this far with 5 failures. So looking at this rate, it's pretty impressive. So let's go to the next one. So SpaceX being a private company, it does not only take its own payloads to the space, but it also takes payloads of other customers. So here in this map, we can see that it's not only just United States, but it has customers all across the globe. So this map shows the clients across the globe which SpaceX has served till date. Then we can see that NASA has been SpaceX's biggest client. And just if you have read the news, the NASA's new moon mission, which is the Artemis mission, has been given to SpaceX as a launch partner. So SpaceX has doing been pretty incredible job when it comes to the trust of its customers. So all the big customers and across the globe have been trusting SpaceX with their launch capabilities. And if we see at the payload that SpaceX has been launching into the orbit, it has been increasing every year. So here we can see a trend which indicates that SpaceX has been increasing their payload launching capacity with each year. So this is basically achieved by the reusability aspect, where there is a very less turnaround time for a rocket to get ready for its next launch. So here, this parameter can be used to filter the payload for each year that has been uh, put into orbit by each of the launch vehicle. Next, we go to the data information tab where I have taken this data from GitHub API where I pulled it using REST API. So this data is publicly available and can be used by anyone. And in the glossary part, the pad refers to RTLS, which means Return to the Launch Site Protocol of SpaceX, where the rocket lands on the launch site. And ASDS means Autonomous Spaceport Drone Ship, which is in the ocean. So in the summary, we can see that SpaceX has been increasing their launches almost every year, and this can be majorly attributed to the reusability aspect. And after a few initial failures, SpaceX has been successfully landing their rocket boosters and bringing the launch cost down. And NASA has been their biggest client besides having customers all around the world. And now that NASA is experimenting with spaceship, this will enable it to increase the payload capacity significantly and then facilitate interplanetary travel. So, thank you. And what Elon Musk says, we want to open up space for humanity, and in order to do that, space must be affordable. Thank you.